If Earth had a beginning, when was it? If universe had a beginning, when was it? When was Earth created? Was it 50,000 years ago or 50 million years ago? The book of Genesis 1 chapter 1 clearly states, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." The fact that the universe exists simply implies that it had a beginning and hence a source. We all have a date of birth, which means we all had a beginning, and everything we look around has had a beginning. This means that Earth had a beginning and hence universe had a beginning. With this, the question still remains, when was the beginning of the beginning? When you talk about time, it trends to expand to infinity, both backwards and into the future. If you tell me universe was created 50 million years ago, I could simply say, what about 51 million years ago? Similarly, if you talk about a million years from now into the future, I could simply say, what about 2 million years from now? So basically, time seems to expand into infinity both backwards and forward. Since the beginning of the beginning cannot be well defined or explained, it clearly indicates that the creation of time, which means once upon a time there was no time, and hence God created time. Now, no intellectual being in this world will be able to fully comprehend to this particular concept, and we also read that in the book of Psalms 14 chapter 1, which states, "If any intellectual being still denies the existence of God, is depraved and is perverted in their thoughts." Further in verse 3 it continues to state that nobody has ever been able to understand our Lord, not even one. Hopefully we all be able to understand the concept of time in the universe and its creation by supreme intelligent and a loving creator called God. My dear friends, now let us move on to the material creation and its creative source. So the fact remains that the material of which the universe is made up of must have been created, and therefore it means must have had a creative source. The air we breathe is a mixture of various items. We all have studied in school that we breathe in oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. But in reality, the air we breathe only contains 20% of oxygen and 80% of items like nitrogen, water vapor, and a chemical combination of hydrogen atoms. Let me talk about the law of nature that is currently surrounding us and are fully operational. Some of these laws are the law of gravity, the energy of light, and all the matter that we see in this world. In any country there is law that is set by the government, but not necessarily it is fully followed by the people. They always break the law, and depending upon the circumstances, when they break the law, they could be caught by the police as well. But my dear friends, the law of nature is predetermined and it can never be broken. For example, the law of gravity will not change if you travel from one city to another or one country to another, because the law of gravity cannot be broken. This clearly directs us towards an intelligent creator who must have designed the law of physics and the law of nature. Even to this day, the theory of evolution cannot be scientifically proven, so that scientists were very smart to finally agree that the creation of the world and life must have come from an intelligent creator. But they also covered it up by querying that the intelligent creator also must have come from evolution. My dear friends, even the most brilliant and intelligent minds on earth have not been able to reason the origin of matter, nor the origin of first spark of life, nor the origin of the first gleam of intelligence, emotion, or our decision making capabilities. But even to this day, our textbooks in our education system does not accept God as our creator. As we rightly read in 1 Corinthians chapter 1 verse 21, the world by wisdom does not know God. The next important aspect I want to highlight today is the existence of water. In the entire universe, we're the only privileged planet to have sustainable water, because without water there is no life. And all the processes that happen in our body happens through the cells, through a chemical reaction. And since water being the universal solvent, without water there is no chemical reaction, my dear friends, which means without water there is no chemistry, and without chemistry human life is not possible. Also, in all the neighboring planets there is absolutely no water, but only poisonous gases and methane gases are developing in those planets. Plus, days are getting longer in different planets, and the terrain is getting fully unpredictable and is constantly changing. However, it is surprising to know that our planet is sustainable compared to any of its neighboring planets. These factors clearly indicate that God created Earth and He created life, and our loving God exists outside the space and time. Thank you for listening, my dear friends. God bless you.